The second part is about the offenses and subversions. And I should say, Silverstein wants to present uh, the rebelling ego of children. The first point is listen to the masses. This illustration is my imitation of Silverstein's. I mentioned before I liked the process of drawing and uh, using my imagination. And the inspiration all comes from Silverstein. And because his way of drawing is very simple, I should say, I want to use this word because just black and white lines or black and white world that can present Silverstein's ideas. Then I want to talk about the poems. This is a very short poem, and in this category, some of these short poems are grouped in this theme I just said, the theme of subversion. And in this poem, you will see all the negative words are capitalized. Mustn't, don't, shouldn't, impossible, won't, never have. But the last word, the word at the last line, anything, is also capitalized. So it's some kind of contrast of Silverstein's attitude and the parents or authority figures' attitude. In fact, Silverstein is like a comparison of the children. He wants to he wants to stand by the children. He wants the children to be independent and to find out what they think in their mind. These words are used by adults to suppress the children's behaviors, to discipline them. They are all cliches. I don't think children will follow these orders, but somehow they have to tolerate the attitudes or the manners that the parents discipline them because they are just kids. They don't have power. They are not independent. Though they follow the orders, they do this not from the bottom of their hearts, not because they understand something they shouldn't do or something they are forbidden from doing that. So that's why in the last three lines, the point wants the children to listen close to him. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. So apparently, you can listen to these words, but to listen is one thing, to do is another. I think any kid, any young adult understands this. Then the following is Madonna's opinions about this point. He thinks This is the most potent criticism of adults. The child listener is at first commanded to listen to all the words that the most characterize adult speech directed at children. These words appear in four capitals to emphasize their absolute rather than comparative grammatical construction, and thus their power. These words, overwhelmingly negative, prohibitive, tone accurately reflects children's perceptions of adults' attitudes toward them and what they want to do. At the point's opening, the voice echoes the condescending, lecturing tone of adults when they assume superior knowledge and the power over children. After his list of power words, however, Silverstein takes a more congenial, imitate, and encouraging stance toward the child. Then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. The full capitalization of anything stands out as presenting Silverstein's point of view about children and what they can and may do. It's powerful, equal antidote to the long list of prohibition that preceded. The final line suggests that children follow the imagination and the impulses and be creative, even defiant, in the face of other prohibition. Once again, Silverstein picks up the themes of the possibilities of life and the power of imagination, as echoed in the book's first and the last poems. He dignifies children's abilities rather than curse them, a sure way to guarantee children's trust in his voice and poetry. According to MacDonald, Silverstein is very bold to incite the children to rebel against the adults. So the last word, anything, is very ambiguous. He doesn't want to say the specific things that the children can do in the dark. He just used anything, the capitalization word, to imply in their mind, in their imagination, they can be anything. They can do anything. Well, I have to say, this manner is somewhat a little risky because not all the children understand the limitation of anything. So it's true that we should encourage children's imagination, but it is also important we have to set up the very clear boundary between what is right and what is wrong. And I think parents should amend their attitudes when they are giving the commands. Nowadays, it's very difficult to deal with children. It's not like old times. Parents, just like Madonna's mentioned, they have knowledge over the children. They can have the condescending attitude. At the old times, the patriarchy would give absolute orders, and the children had no other choices. The only thing they could do, just follow them. But the situation today is different. I think when parents share this point with children, they have to show compassion and empathy, and they have to show their understanding. And this point will become some kind of humorous point, but rather than a kind of rebelling gesture.